Definitely, especially leaving this program that grown up and had so much love for, just leaving it on the sour note. It's just I can't really put it in words. I do love our fans, I love our coaches, and our team is going to be great years to come. So we have a lot to look forward to. As a fan, I am a fan now. Okay, so our fan base does have a lot to look forward to, and I think that's something we can all feel good about. And those young guys can come back and do a great job.
What are your plans now? Are you going to try to play pro ball, or are you?
I'll take it as far as they'll let me go with it. But at the end of the day, I do realize that I have other things that I can do outside of football. But obviously, football is not something I'm ready to run yet. So if I can, I will. If I can't, I guess I got to find a different niche.
Good deal of the fight this team had. It's your last game of your career, certainly for the Cards. The fight that they showed, that you showed.
Yeah, definitely. And one word that comes to mind when we talk about our football team is just resilient. Very, very resilient guys. And those guys come back. They're going to have that mentality ingrained in them, and already they're extremely talented. And you talked about coming back from down 31 to I think 14, 17 or something. I don't even know. I stopped looking at the clock and just kept playing hard. But we were down quite a bit. And for us to come back the way we did, Coach Carter makes some great special teams calls. That needs to not go on. That needs to go. I need to mention that. Let's put it that way. So Coach Carter makes some great calls, and these guys really battled back, and we were able to make it a game at the end. We shut out the fourth quarter, and we were able to make it a game, but we just came up short.
It seemed like you guys had problems adjusting to their formation. A lot of times it seems like there's a lot of talk right up until the ball was snapped. Were they doing something different?
No, they weren't doing anything different, but we did have to base a lot of checks on formations and on motion, things like that. But they weren't doing anything different that we saw, but obviously NC State plays at a different speed than our scout team, so it took a little bit of adjusting to those under and drag and dig routes and those drive routes that they were running, especially number 6 who has legit track times behind us.
Did you leave any message to the guys that are still around? Did you have any message to the guys that are still here after the game at all?
Actually, I did. This is one of the few times I've actually spoken in front of the entire team. I usually talk to the defense, but what I've told them is that as a senior class, that we appreciate the underclassmen really growing up and becoming men in front of our eyes. And Teddy Bridgewater especially took some tough hits today. He was still able to make a lot of big throws and deliver the ball with a lot of plays. You talk about Captain Pryor, a guy that wasn't even playing until halfway through the season. Was able to come up and make quite a few big hits. He's intimidating in the middle of the field now. All right, we have a post safety that nobody likes to throw across the middle with. So it's just I just wanted to tell those guys thank you. I don't think that we had mentioned that much, and I just tell them thank you. We love them, and we wouldn't be where we are without the help of a lot of those guys. So
it's been a heck of a journey for you. Coaching changes, I guess, all the issues and all that stuff. You look back at it; it's a lot about legacy. How do you want to be remembered, and how was this ride for you?
I don't want to be remembered as a loser, but at the end of the day, I mean, just me and my brother Earl, I think as the two hangers that have played here, I think we can leave a pretty good legacy, pretty decent legacy. But being hard workers and being emotional leaders and being the guy that can up the tempo of practice. And I think that going forward, the way I intended to lead this group will really give a lot of insight to the other guys and how they should go about conducting their own business in the future.
They seem to be running a pick play right across the referee, right in the middle of the field. Was that difficult to defend? I mean, you essentially run into a ref.
Yeah, I know the ref is difficult to defend, but the pick play, not necessarily. Like I said, it's just that they were playing at a different speed in our offense. And you talk about guys, I don't even know their names. I just know their numbers. Number 6, number 4. Those guys are extremely quick and extremely fast. Just to put those guys in the slot is a good coaching. You got to mess up on safeties and linebackers. It's really hard for your defense to adjust. We did later on, but it took us a while at first, and we lost the game on some big plays with those guys involved.
Who are some of the future leaders of the next year?
Obviously, going forward, you look at Teddy Bridgewater. The quarterback position is somewhere where you have to have a voice. Teddy Bridgewater has that potential, and he has that mindset. He hates losing. From the defensive end, I can look to quite a few places. Our defensive front is going to be predominantly the voices of the team next year, but also in the back 7, you can look at a guy like Hakeem. and really expect him to be more vocal next year. Being a two-time all-conference performer, he has a lot of weight in his voice, obviously, because he does make a lot of plays.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Last one.
Yeah, dude, we appreciate